Hey everybody, how you guys doing today? My name is Nick, otherwise known here as Avialence, and welcome to Wargame Red Dragons. This game actually was in beta for the past month or so, if I'm not mistaken, and it was also in alpha early February. I'm not quite sure. I know there was a Steam early access on this if you did pre-order the game, but I actually picked it up on release day, which was last week. I believe it was last Thursday, and I've since been trying to learn this, right? This is one of those RTS games that is very in-depth, is very detailed, and when it comes to RTS, many of you guys know I am not too well versed with RTS games, but I've been looking for something military besides Arma, right? And I figured because I love Republic at War, this was something that I could really get into and try to explore. So I've been playing a lot of Wargame Red Dragon. All these clips are from games that came from last week. I have not been doing too well in the game, although I've been doing my best to learn how the game operates, because it's very different from a traditional RTS. You know, you don't have to build a base. Basically, you're building a deck of units, and this deck of units has activation points, and each of these units has a certain amount that you can spawn. It's really military and really tactical, which I really, really like, right? I'm not having to worry about tons of resources or securing specific areas for resources, at least in the game modes that I've played so far. But I've only played against the AI. I haven't done any other player battles. But the interesting thing here is just how realistic it is and the quality of this. I love how I can zoom in and actually see my units in drastic combat, as you'll see a few times during this video. I can zoom in and see how they're doing. I can activate certain missiles or certain rockets on different units. The idea of having naval units and naval support as well, I can blockade off an area. I actually have a clip, I think, in here where I blockaded Elena and Gregory with a naval fleet, which was awesome. And these military units seem very true to their real-world counterparts, which is something I can really appreciate. Now, I've never really played Wargame before. I've watched a lot of Wargame from, I believe it's IBM Raptor here on YouTube. He's a really nice guy, and he's actually the one that brought this game to my attention when I discovered his videos, right? And this is something that's really neat. When it comes to Wargame, I like the idea of how tactical it is, how militarily focused it is as well, because it feels different, right? I love Republic at War, I love RTS games, but I'm not very good at them, and that's something that's always like intimidated me as a gamer. RTS games. When people say StarCraft, StarCraft 2, I'm fine playing against AI opponents, but when it comes down to it, I know that there's players out there that will wreck me, and you know, I think StarCraft 2 is probably one of the worst examples, because that is such a highly competitive environment, and so many people have been playing for so long. But with Republic at War and my interest in Republic at War, and the fact that it's, you know, one of my biggest series here on YouTube, I definitely wanted to look into other RTS avenues, and that was Wargame Red Dragon. And so far, I'm loving the game. I mean, it's got a couple glitches, a couple crash issues, and there's definitely some unit balance problems, I've realized. The artillery in varying factions is a little rough, especially when it's attacking ships. And then the fact that ships can outgun, or I guess outrange, a lot of the artillery units when it comes down to that naval blockading, you know, featurette, so to speak. It's a little concerning, but I'm learning the game, I'm learning the maps, and the good thing is I'm loving it. I've never been so addicted to a game that I was so bad at for quite some time. And since it's been finals week, you know, for me, which is why, if you guys keep up with my videos on a regular basis, there's only been 3 videos this week so far. I think I have a 4th, which is my vlog for this Friday, but it's been so busy with finals, so I've just been playing this game, recording all my games, you know, no commentary or anything, but just having a good time with it and trying to learn the game, and I feel like I'm finally doing that. I've worked with 2 specific decks, one of which is this Soviet deck that you guys are seeing right now, and you see a lot of in this video. And then there's also the United States deck. I'm slowly learning how to build, like, I didn't know you could use logistical units, for example, to build supply lines to your troops. So, like, when my helicopters were out of ammo and out of rockets, I was just like, well, what do I do? I don't know. So I'm slowly figuring these things out and really building my decks to allow me to, you know, play my style and have a good time with it. So I've got a Russian deck and I've got a US deck right now, both of which I love at this point in time. I'm still doing some minor tweaks and balances, mainly with air support and also with logistical stuff. So I'm trying to get that perfect balance there. But I'm really enjoying the game, and I'm slowly learning how everything works. So it's exciting. I love the quality of this game. I love that they clearly put a lot of time and effort into making it run great. And, you know I have the new graphics card, but I've been told by a lot of people that this game plays and looks great on some lower-end systems, which is actually really exciting as well. So I'm just slowly trying to figure this game out, and I wanted to share it with you guys here on YouTube. I'm not quite sure if I'm going to do a series with this game. I know I've got a lot of stuff planned for May. Watch Dogs is coming out, and I will be doing a huge free roam series for Watch Dogs come late May and early June, so I plan on doing that like I did my Assassin's Creed 4 series. But I think this could be an interesting series of videos. Maybe I've reached out to a couple buddies of mine, but I don't want to, you know, start a series without having those people to allow me to do some good multiplayer games, and I still have a lot to learn on this game. So that's kind of why I wanted to put this video out there, just to tell you guys what I've been playing, what's been going on in the RTS world, and why there was no Republic at War video this week. I'm actually waiting on a co-op buddy to do some more of the crazier battles with the Season 2 of Republic at War. You know, that's something that I've been wanting to do, but I haven't been able to do because, unfortunately, I need these other gamers to do it with me. So I've been thinking about how to remedy that. So I figured I'd release a Wargame Red Dragon video. It is finals week for me. I am a college student, if you guys don't already know that. So this is just one of those casual discussion videos that I was like, yeah, let's throw it up there. Let's have a good time with it. So that's kind of it. I've loved Wargame Red Dragon. I'm really interested in it, so if you guys have any good tips, hints, tricks, whatever, feel free to drop them my way. I'm actually really trying to figure out how this game works, what some great unit combinations are, as well as how to balance these things and learn some of these maps. So if you guys have any good Wargame Red Dragon videos you can link me, or any tips you guys may have if you're Wargame Red Dragon players yourselves, or, you know, previous Wargame players, feel free to do so. I definitely am interested in this game, and I want to learn more about it. And since I have May off from school before summer school starts up, I'm going to be playing a lot of this game, and I'd love to have some opinions as far as what I can do, how I can manage the game, and, you know, how I can figure some stuff out. It's a really unique game with a really different take on the RTS. I would argue a more realistic take on the RTS, which is really exciting, and, you know, I'm just blown away by this. I did not expect to be playing a military RTS like this anytime soon, but I'm really happy I picked it up last week because it's quite enjoyable. I feel like I've been missing all these Wargame titles. I almost bought Wargame Airland Battle a little while back, but I decided against it, you know, because I didn't have the RTS knowledge. That was actually before I started Republic at War, so I had no interest in learning the RTS game type. But I've kind of come to the fact that not every RTS is like StarCraft 2, where I'll just get face squashed by a bunch of guys that can push keys faster than I can even type to command thousands of units before I can even get like a squad going. So who knows, right? But anyway, that's all I got, guys, for this video. You know, if you enjoyed it, hit that like button. Feel free to subscribe if you haven't already. I love doing these Welcome To episodes and chatting about video games, this, that, and the other. But I've got a couple more things coming out next week. I know this week's slow because of finals. There's really nothing I can do. That's just how college is. And I'm trying not to stress myself out too much. But I will be talking to you guys in the future with some more stuff. And, you know, let me know, again, with the Red Dragon, the Wargame Red Dragon stuff. If you guys have any good Wargame tips or video links, like I said, I watched IBM Raptor, I believe is his name, and he's got some good stuff that I'm learning from. But I'm interested in hearing what you guys have, and if any of you guys on the channel have ever played the game or maybe interested in playing the game later down the road. So that's about it, guys. Thanks for watching the video, and I will be sure to talk to you guys in the next one later this week.